What is up, guys? Welcome into the program. Hey. Oh, yeah. Trying to get you going for the afternoon here. This is our final live show before the Christmas celebration. So, oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's very sad. Which means we got to have some fun today. This is always one of my most favorite episodes of the entire year. The most favoritist of all time. And we got some good stuff for you, so welcome into the program. Who's ready for Christmas? Or whatever flavor that you celebrate. Who's ready for it? All right, we're getting stuff up and going here. Slowly but surely.
Minutes till broadcast.
Already, whatever will we do? Hold on, I got to turn my phone down. So, we just filled in for Armed American Radio's Daily Defense going into the holidays. We had some fun there. Gave them a little tease of what's coming up on this program, so that's kind of awesome. All right. Some weird headlines today, too. This cold thing's driving people nuts. Welcome, guys. Yeah, welcome. Merry Christmas to you. If you are jumping on radio program, for those that don't know, this is a radio show, and we have about a minute and a half before the radio show actually starts. So we give you a little bit of a tease of what's coming up. What's coming up on the show today, it's our Christmas special, which means we don't talk a lot of politics today. We actually play a lot of our old sound bites.
1 minute till broadcast.
And clips and bits that we've collected and created throughout the years. Because that's what we like to do on Christmas and have some fun. Who's ready? I'm ready. If you are on the social media, then welcome. Like it out, share it out. You can leave a comment as well if you like something that you hear.
30 seconds till broadcast.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do this, man. Thank you, Mrs. Voice of Reason. All right, lots coming up on the program today. Hang tight.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin transmission.
Fighting for freedom every day.
You as the individual, you have the power. You don't have to join a union. You go in as an entry-level position. You get the experience that you need. And then as you work up, you get better at your job, which means they pay you more. If they don't pay you more, then you go to another company to show what you've learned and what your value is to where you can get more. If they really don't like that, then you can go and start your own damn business because we have a free market, laissez-faire, capitalist society, allegedly, to where you can actually go off and do your own thing.
This is the Voice of Reason with Andy
Oh,
Hooser.
man, we finally made it to almost the end of the week. Welcome into the show. It is a Thursday, the pre-Friday celebration, and the Christmas Eve. Is that right? Eve. Yeah, today's a Christmas Eve. 3 Eves. Because we're just that excited. The countdown has begun. Just ask my little one, Little Voice of Reason, man. She cannot wait. She is giddy beyond belief for Christmas this year. And I think most of us are as well, even with the intense cold snow and cold Mageddon. I coined it. Anybody can steal it. It's cold Mageddon this year. With our negative 25 degree wind chill that I have here in the Wichita area. Not as much snow, but we got some cold weather. Other places across the country getting dumped on with the snow. Stay safe, stay warm out there, and welcome into the program. This is the Voice of Reason. I am Andy Hooser, broadcasting live out of the heart of the nation here in Wichita, Kansas, on our flagship radio station. We are all over the country, radio, TV, live streaming, and podcasting. However you watch or listen to the show, your millennial general reporting for duty like we do every single day, almost every single day. Tomorrow, we will not be here, which means today is our last live broadcast going into the Christmas celebration. I know, it's pretty terrible. So welcome and Merry Christmas to you. And as you know, if anybody has listened to this program for any extent of time, you know that this is one of my most favoriteest episodes of all time because we talk about the most deep, hard-hitting, pressing issues of all time today, right? No, in case, actually, that is not the case at all. Today is the day where we start getting into holiday mode full force, and we have some fun with the different audio bits and skits and things that we've created on the show and different audio bits that we've collected throughout the years, and we play our most favorite ones on the show for you to sit back and enjoy and relax and have some fun with. So we have a lot of those. We will tie those into some of the current events and issues that are going on today. The headline today, of course, is the fact that the Senate did okay and pass the $1.7 trillion spending package. So we'll talk about that lightly here in just a little bit. But if I did see another headline that I do want to be aware of, that if you are looking for your last-minute Christmas shopping, now's the time to go and get your stuff. There, especially technology and like computers or laptops or video game systems, anything that has like electronics, go and get them if you see a sale on them, which I'm sure there are still some sales on those, because apparently with the supply chain issues, they are not ordering bulk to have on hand. So whatever sales, once they have them, then they're done and you will not be able to get those sales again. And again, you can thank the Biden administration for the lack of a supply chain and some of those things because they are causing issues and the prices are probably going to jack up here after the beginning of the year. So if you're doing your last minute shopping, go and get them now. Do not wait until Christmas Eve or wait until after New Year's thinking, they'll have so many in the stocks in the back and afterwards they'll just be cheap. And don't do that. Don't do that. Go and get them right now, which I guess we can thank Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, for fixing somewhat of the supply chain issue. If you remember, this time last year during Christmas, we barely had anything. We were still locked down with the COVID-19 pandemic. We still had the supply chain disasters under the Biden administration. They were blocking the ships from coming into port in California. So what did Ron DeSantis do? He opened up the ports in Florida, and in the nick of time, baby, we were able to get those products out to the retail stores all over the nation and give you a proper Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday. This time last year, we made a Voice of Reason infomercial thanking Ron DeSantis for all the greatness that he did going into the holidays. "'Twas the month before Christmas, and all through the economy, not a shelf was half off, but in limited quantity. Product inventory was low and rationed with care in hopes that shelves would be restocked by trade agreements in despair. Consumers were concerned, quarantined at home, while politicians relished in the future collapse of Rome. With Amazon on backorder and eBay on hold, parents waited impatiently for COVID mandates to unfold. When out of the South there rose such a holler, I jumped on the stock exchange to check the value of my dollar. And while to the local merchant I drove with my gas-guzzling car, I listened to talk radio to see if Biden had hired a new czar. But lo and behold, it didn't come from Washington, D.C., but there they were, cargo ships coming in from far out at sea. To my amazement, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't on cannabis, it was true. It was true. The man welcoming them in was DeSantis. Like elves bustling away at Santa's workshop, the hardworking men were finally allowed to bring the ships into dock. And with a grunt and a snort and a pull-up of the suspenders, the thousands of truck drivers and reindeer had to fight off the months-long benders. To the grocery store, to the warehouse, to the store on Main Street, it's time to fulfill the consumer's orders incomplete. And while Biden tried to take claim for the victory, he soon dropped his Play-Doh on the ground, and the issue became history. Now, as Christmas approaches, we all know who really saved the day. Of course, it was Ron and all those conservatives who stopped the political delays. So as we celebrate Christmas with all of its might, may God bless the state of Florida and their great political foresight. There it is, our DeSantis Saves Christmas Voice of Reason product.
Andy's latest product.
As you know, we like to do a lot of those. That was from us. So the clips you may be hearing on the program today are some of the infomercials that we have that we've created ourselves, some little fun little skits and bits like that, different infomercials, which I swear one of these days we're going to start creating some of these as actual gag gifts or just things that we've collected throughout the years, like this one just a couple years ago. As you know, this is really the first year that we get to actually enjoy Christmas, enjoy New Year's without the COVID-19 restrictions in most places. Although now this year they're trying to talk about the tridemic, right? And with the tridemic, as they try to lock things down again, we need to remember what it was like so many years ago, like the last 1 or 2 years with the tridemic and COVID-19 and the pandemic locking everybody down and not being able to see family and friends, where if you remember, you went a little crazy. Hold on, because it's here for a while.
On the first day of quarantine, this lockdown you gave me the virus COVID-19. On the second day of quarantine, this lockdown you gave me blue rubber gloves and the virus COVID-19. On the third day of quarantine, this lockdown you gave me no more friends, blue rubber gloves, and the virus COVID-19. On the fourth day of quarantine, this lockdown year gave me hoarding tendencies, no more friends, blue rubber gloves, and the virus COVID-19. On the fifth day of quarantine, this lockdown year gave me remote learning, hoarding tendencies, no more friends, blue rubber gloves, and the virus COVID-19. On the sixth day of quarantine, this lockdown you gave me murder hornets, remote learning, hoarding tendencies, no more friends. My kids won't find me under the bed. And the virus COVID-19. On the seventh day of quarantine, this lockdown year gave me doubt in my marriage, murder hornets, homeschooling hell, hoarding tendencies, no more friends, blue rubber gloves, and the virus COVID-19. Oh my God. On the eighth day of quarantine, this lockdown year gave me panic disorders. I haven't talked to my wife since Tuesday. Murder hornets, remote learning. Kill me! I just bought 700 cans of soup. No more friends. Just talk to myself all day. And the virus COVID-19. On the ninth day of quarantine, this lockdown year gave me my new love handles, panic disorders, doubt in my marriage, murder hornets, iPad learning. I mean, really, how much am I paying for this? Hoard all that toilet paper. Friends, what are they? I think I'm allergic to latex. And the virus COVID-19. Is it over yet? On the 10th day of quarantine, this messed up year gave me Dr. Fauci. My clothes don't fit anymore. Panic disorders. My therapist says this is normal. Murder hornets, remote learning. Make it stop. Hoarding tendencies. Does anyone want to hang out? I'll wear a mask. Stupid rubber gloves. And the virus, COVID, whatever, I hate you. On the whatever day of quarantine, this messed up year gave me Harry List Royals, Dr. Fauci, my new fad handles. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Everything's fine except murder hornets, remote learning. Oh my God, hoarding tendencies. Nope, I don't know any friends. Blue rubber gloves and the virus COVID-19. On the 12th day of quarantine, this up year gave me a week-long election. Harry and Meghan moved to Canada? Anthony Fauci. I just can't stop eating. I'm freaking out. My wife may leave me. Is that a murder hornet or a wasp? How the hell am I supposed to work and teach my kids at the same time? Oh my God. Reuse that toilet paper. I miss my friends. My hands are so sweaty. And the virus COVID-19.
Oh, the good old days. Good old days. Welcome back. So, if you remember, these are going to be the times where we tell our children when they grow up, the COVID babies. Remember those? Yeah, the COVID babies, now the generation that was born during COVID-19, or at least were conceived during COVID-19. They're going to grow up and be like, wow, what was it like before in the before days, Mom and Dad, and then we tell them how great it was, and then the shenanigans that we went through during the COVID-19 pandemic makes you go a little crazy, doesn't it? Sounds like that guy went crazy just a little bit, which is why we need to be aware of your mental health and make sure mental health is a very important thing. So if you have any mental health issues, if you feel isolated or depressed or have anxiety about Christmas and the holidays because of the lockdowns and the isolation that you may have had to go through before, and it's re-triggering those feelings for now, don't worry. We get it. All you have to do is call the mental health hotline.
Welcome to the mental health hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred to the mothership. If you are schizophrenic, listen carefully and a small voice will tell you which number to press. If you are depressive, it doesn't matter which number you press, no one will answer you. If you are dyslexic, press 69696969. If you have a nervous disorder, please fidget with the hash key until the beep. After the beep, please wait for the beep. If you have a short-term memory loss, please try your call again later. And if you have low self-esteem, hang up. All our operators are too busy to talk to you.
Absolutely. Are we even allowed to play those anymore? I'm sure that there's going to be some group that hears this broadcast and hears that, and they're going to lose their minds. Yes, mental health is a serious thing. It's a joke. Get over it, man. Oh, they're going to, I know it. I'm going to get the emails. I know it. You can email them at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look back on the year of 2022 on how things went with the Biden family. How are they doing? You guys doing well?
I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts.
Well, we'll see about that when we come back. More fun here for a Christmas Eve special right here on The Voice of Reason for a pre-Friday celebration. Stay here.
The Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser.
Andy Hooser here, reminding you not only can you listen to The Voice of Reason on your favorite radio station, but also check out the video of the program on TV and online. We're excited to be working with our partners over at OpsLens to bring The Voice of Reason live every day on their website at opslens.com, on the OpsLens app that you can download on any of your smartphones, or on any of the OpsLens social media. It's a great network that broadcasts multiple shows promoting truth, reason, and common sense, reaching thousands of viewers every day, all day long. Plus, while you're there, you can always watch some of the best highlights of the show during the weekends or read our latest opinion columns on topical issues of the day. Also, if you want to interact with me during the program, just leave a comment on their social media or the OpsLens app stream. You can always join the live chat rooms, or if it's easier, just email me at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com. Again, that's HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com. This is your show, and we want to hear from you. Why? Because it's time for you to be your own voice of reason in your own community. Hey, it's Andy Hooser. Want to reach out to the show? A big part of the program is you, and we want to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts of the show, maybe a guest we've had on the program, or my favorite, when you disagree with something that I talk about. You can email me at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com or send us a message through our website at HooserReason.com. The show's not about me, it's about you. So be heard and be your own voice of reason. Again, email me at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com or find our contact information at HooserReason.com. Hey, it's Andy Hooser. You want some more reason throughout the day? Well, now it's easier than ever to find. Here's what you do. Check out the website at HooserReason.com. Here you can find past shows, links to all of our social media, special features, our monthly blogs, and a heck of a lot more. Plus, make sure to check in frequently as we're constantly working to add more goodies that you'll really enjoy. Also, you can always subscribe and follow our social media sites for bonus content, articles that we use on the show, or maybe some additional rants. Yeah, it's all that and so much more. Check it all out at HooserReason.com. Hey, it's Andy Hooser with The Voice of Reason. The show's growing all the time, and as we talk about the big issues of the day, one of the big parts of the program is you. And I want you to join us on the program. Whether you agree, disagree, or just want to relieve some of that political frustration, we're here for you. No matter where you may be watching, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, go ahead and leave a comment on the live stream. Chat with other listeners and let me know your thoughts on the topic. Also chat with us on the Podbean chat room. Just go to our live stream of the show at podbean.com and chat with other listeners. You can also call into the program. Just download the Podbean app onto your smartphone, join the live stream, and call in through the app. This is your show, and we want to hear your thoughts. So go ahead and join us here on the Voice of Reason and the Hooser Media Network. Hey, miss a show? Don't worry about it. You have plenty of opportunities to watch, listen, learn, and be entertained with the Voice of Reason anytime you want. And here's how you can do it. First, become a Hooserholic by going to HooserReason.com and signing up for the show newsletter to get the latest on the show, upcoming guests, topical discussions, and more. Next, subscribe to the podcast and have the show automatically downloaded to any platform you like to use. You can subscribe through any of your favorite platforms with iTunes and Spotify, Google Play and TuneIn, or you can also go and subscribe directly to our Podbean website. Last, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com, search Hooser Reason, and subscribe to watch all of our shows, videos, and get notified whenever we're live. All the links and info are at HooserReason.com. For a schedule of upcoming guests on the program, daily show topics, or to reach out to the Hooser Media Network, visit us on the website at HooserReason.com. Or for general inquiries, to be a guest on the program, or to have Andy a guest on your program, email us at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com. Keep fighting for freedom with us every day right here on the Voice of Reason and the Hooser Media Network. Now, back to the show.
Bring some reason into your day. This is the Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser.
Welcome back into the program. 24 minutes past the hour. Radio, TV, live streaming, podcasting. However you watch or listen to the show, always great to have you along for the ride, especially for the Christmas Eve that we're in today. Merry Christmas to you. As you hopefully stay warm, friends and family all gathering together, opening the presents, having the dinner, enjoying the time together. It's what it's all about. We love you to death and appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us here. So let's look back real briefly to 2022 and some of the comments that the Biden family has made. Are you doing all right, buddy? You feeling okay?
I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts.
Making sure. Just making sure. We got to make sure. We are wanting our leader of the free world to be nice and healthy and in tip-top shape. That's hilarious as he says things like this.
Do you realize the bullet out of an AR-15 travels 5 times as rapidly as a bullet shot out of any other gun?
Did you know that? I mean, the words of wisdom from Joe Biden.
Let's go into the Biden basement.
Or we had this one.
It worked. We created jobs, lots of jobs. In fact, our economy created over 6.5 million new jobs just last year. More jobs in 1 year than ever before in the history of the United States of America.
That's good to know. It may not be true, but by golly, it makes a good presser and a good headline for the administration. And then, of course, we had this. The Hispanic community is radically diverse in the United States. Some would say as unique and diverse as the food they eat.
The diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio.
And now you can enjoy the flavor and diversity that every member of the Hispanic community gets to enjoy every single day. Jill Biden's very all-new breakfast taco special from the Voice of Reason.
Hola amigos, I'm Adan, your Jill Biden breakfast taco. Now you too can enjoy the unique, diverse flavors of Mexico and Latin American with me.
Adan the breakfast taco has everything a growing boy, girl, undecided, or other may need.
Start off with a thick layer of potato seasoned with fresh and delicate spices of Mexico and cooked to perfection.
The potatoes show not only are we tough on the outside, but soft and lovable on the inside.
Next, enjoy the 2 large huevos. No breakfast taco is complete without our famous huevos. They are there for all to enjoy.
What comes next in the delicacies is the true sign of diversity and uniqueness in the culture, as there are just too many options.
Chicken, carne asada, chorizo, pork, bacon, vegetarian, the choices are endless. We have a flavor for everyone, but you won't know if you like it until you try it, and we like it all.
Finally, your Jill Biden at Dawn breakfast taco is always personalized for you with the specially unique and diverse toppings only found in the ever-expanding diverse culture of Latin America.
Top me off with your favorite great tasting cheese, sour cream, or gravy. But don't forget, what sets your breakfast taco apart from any other breakfast taco is a little spice.
Forget the salsa from the supermarket. It's time to do the real spicy direct from Mexico with the slices of jalapeno, habanero, or red chilies. Plus top all off with your favorite Valentina or Tapatio.
Show off your unique diversity with your very own Jill Biden breakfast burrito from the Voice of Reason. Order now and multiply your diversity with 2 Jill Biden breakfast tacos, all for the price of 1. It's the Voice of Reason's Jill Biden breakfast taco. Are you diverse enough? Coming to a restaurant near you.
Ándale, ándale.
There it is. That's how the Biden administration, how the Biden family's done for 2022. That is your very own Jill Biden breakfast burrito. Lots more coming up here on The Voice of Reason. Stay here for a Thursday.
The Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser.
Hey, it's Andy Hooser. You know, when I get off the air every day, the battle for me against limited government, censorship, and even unfactual content is far from over. That's why now I'm so happy to say that the Hooser Media Network is giving you more opportunity to catch the Voice of Reason along with other great shows and podcasts. It's been a long time in the works, and now you can finally enjoy more great content, services, and topical shows. We're the safe space for alternative talk, information, and ideas that the mainstream media absolutely hates. From holistic and alternative medicine, discussions on religion and spirituality, pure entertainment shows, and of course yours truly with the Voice of Reason. Plus, we offer numerous media services, including helping you set up your own podcast. Become your own Voice of Reason and bring your expertise to any fun issue or topic. For information on all of our shows, links to podcasts, each show website or social media link, or to find out about everything we do to challenge the mainstream establishment, visit our website at HooserMedia.com. Again, that's HooserMedia.com, the future of media. Welcome to the Hooser Media Network. It's been a long time coming, and now it's growing bigger and better than we ever imagined. The Hooser Media Network is so much more than just the Voice of Reason. It's a network for you as a listener and you as a podcaster. It's a network for any kind of talk on any kind of topic, bringing podcasters together to give you a new way to think about the world, and it's any type of show from entertainment to educational. Check out all of our great programs, like Dr. Devin Verana with If They Knew.
Yeah, and it gives you tangible tools. I mean, I'm sure she just mentioned that some people might be mad at the government. I just can't imagine.
No.
I think there's a little bit of anger in the world these days, but I was listening to Wayne Dyer this morning, and he said, if you grab an orange and you squeeze it, what comes out? Juice. What kind of juice? Orange juice every time, right? It's not going to be apple juice. It's never going to be mango juice. It's always going to be orange juice. So whatever is in us is going to come out when we're squeezed. And so I'm sure you're learning that, like, taking yourself through this process continually just adds more and more power, more and more depth of compassion and joy and freedom and all those good feeling things, because you're clearing that space out.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. Now take people, so for anybody listening out there that might have an object of anger, whether it's somebody or something or, you know, objects out in the world these days, take us into some tactical, practical things that they can do. Number one, I'm sure, is to come see you, but what are some other things?
So I skipped that one on purpose when I was going through this, but the first book that changed my life, and I listened to it before I signed up for I listened to her 1 hour Zoom before I signed up for the class. She was interviewing a man who told us about a book called The Four Agreements. And so then when you get into the class, we study the book called Forgive for Good by Fred Luskin. And we went through a process by Michael Brown called The Presence Process. These are all 3 books. And I hate to be this honest, but let me be this honest. You can read those 3 books and know everything I'm going to teach you. But like any good class, I mean, just because I signed up for a class in college, I buy the books. You really need someone to guide you through them.
That plus tune into Spiritual Smorgasbord with Desiree and Cheyenne.
It is, and we talked about that because then, of course, other things started to happen after that. Of course, that was not my last doctor's visit, by no means. However, we talked about it, and I thought, our ancestors were so smart. They know, whatever ails us, there's a cure for on this planet. We're just not smart enough to know how to use it, but our ancestors were. We need to get back to that. Modern medicine, basically what that is it is what you get from the plant, the healing benefit, just on steroids with side effects.
Yes.
And so a lot of people, modern medicine is considered sexy. It's fast resolving. It's instant gratification. But, and so like plant-based formula, the raw, natural plant-based formula is what is going to work. It's going to be great. It just takes a while. And people want that instant gratification.
Oh, yes.
So a lot of people try
It's been marketed
something.
to them that way too.
It
They're like,
has.
oh, that's the old way. It's going to take you forever. But if you just take this, you wake up tomorrow and you can have whatever you want.
Exactly.
You can do whatever you want.
But at what cost?
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
my leg is broken, but have some Oxycontin.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, your leg is still severely broken. You just can't feel anything.
Yeah. And it's like, so let's go to nature. Let's see.
Yeah.
You know what? There's pain relievers in nature. Marijuana is a great pain reliever.
Yes.
For one. I mean, just
mentally and physically.
Yes. Well, I mean, but there's other remedies out there. And everything that ails us, there's a cure for on this planet.
This whole room smells like peppermint.
We're all getting cured.
We're all getting cured right now. It's a beautiful essential oil I bought from a local, I guess you could say apothecary shelf, but I'm getting healed right now.
Yes, exactly. It is. And it's all around us. We just need to know how to look for it. And I'm sorry, but that's kind of what we were discussing. And that kind of was what started this whole journey. And what I'm very fortunate that, my spouse and I are together on this. It's not just one of us having a spiritual journey. It's that we're doing this together.
Listen to those shows and so much more on our website where you can find live streaming, links to the podcast, links to social media, more content, and so much more. It's all online at HooserMedia.com.
When Reason Meets Radio. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser.
Darn right you are. Welcome back into the show. Merry Christmas to you. The Christmas Eve program right here on the Voice of Reason, radio, TV, live streaming, podcasting, trying to cram that 10 pounds of reason and satire into that 5-pound bag, trying to rebrand the millennial generation, one radio listener at a time on our multiple radio stations all over the place. Speaking of the millennial generation, as you know, we apologize for the millennials all the time on this show because they give us a bad rep. Not all of them are crazy. Not all of us are crazy. I am a millennial. I get it. We're not all crazy. We may be a little different, maybe a little eccentric, as some like to say, but we are not crazy, and we are not all the left-wing radical nuts that are trying to ruin this country, because I have to admit I am a little concerned about the direction of the country. Are you not? Especially from being fought from the other side of the aisle. Everything's got to be politically correct. You can't. There's a list now, and everybody's been talking about this new list of the recommended words we don't use going into 2023 because they could be offensive, and they're insanely stupid. I'm not going to read the list because you probably heard them already. If not, then you can find them. But they are insanely stupid on what you can and cannot say because it's politically incorrect. I'm concerned, maybe not this year, but in the next year or two, what political correctness may look like going into the holidays, especially because we may have to start changing how Santa Claus looks. And our latest Voice of Reason product,
Andy's latest product.
The latest product with being PC Santa.
It's that time of year again. The family, the friends, the stocking hung by the chimney with care, and the wish list from little boys and girls going to Santa Claus. But this year, Santa is spreading a different kind of cheer.
Instead of ho, 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 we're going no, no, no.
This year, get your child the latest toy from the Voice of Reason product line, their very own PC Santa.
Dear Santa, I want a Nerf gun.
No, 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 little one. Guns are a product of right-wing Nazism.
Stop wasting time teaching your child the do's and don'ts of PC culture. This year, let Santa do it for you.
Santa, I want a Moana doll.
No, little girl. You're the wrong skin color for that. That's cultural appropriations.
Let PC Santa teach your children about the shameful acts of society through each of our downloadable lessons on self-guilt.
No, little one. You still have 2 parents and more toys than little Billy down the street.
Ultra-masculinity.
Riding bikes to impress girls is wrong. Here's a lump of coal, you rapist.
White privilege.
No matter how hard you work, you should always apologize for your skin.
Climate change.
When you fart, you're killing the planet.
And so much more. Plus, if you order now, you get an additional Joe Biden Elf on the Shelf for free. In fact, order within the next 24 hours and you'll get the push-button sniff feature at absolutely no charge. Let your child play with the most popular toy this year that never left the shelf of the store.
I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Take comfort in your Joe on the Shelf, watching your child's every move.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The Joe Biden Elf on the Shelf has 5 favorite phrases.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
So entertaining, even child services may knock your door down Christmas Day.
So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Bring 2020 into your home this Christmas with your very own PC Santa and Joe on the Shelf from the Voice of Reason.
Man, I tell you, it's a crazy world out there, and that's the world that we're going into, and you can thank a large part the millennial generation, or at least the left-wing advocates of the millennial generation, which is why we've created a new organization, as you may have heard before, our Millennial International, trying to help those millennials that are in need.
I was at church one day, and the speaker that day was different. I just sat there with tears in my eyes, learning about this ministry that was revolutionizing the planet. I'm talking, of course, about Millennial International. The need is enormous. There are over 10 million millennials out there who have graduated with no work ethic, no job, no discernible skills at all, and they have expenses.
Housing.
Student loans.
Credit card debt.
And I didn't really realize the magnitude of the problem until I looked into the eyes of a millennial. And I saw that face with the dead, nothing's happening up here kind of thing. So I went out to the booth after the service and I talked with the guy, and he really informed me about the devastation that's not being able to fund a millennial lifestyle.
Core Power Yoga.
Birchbox for men.
I looked over all the envelopes and my heart was really touched when I saw this one particular fellow that I just had to get more information about him. He was Declan from Beverly Hills.
I am an aspiring photographer. I graduated college with an art degree, so obviously that puts me at a disadvantage.
Volkswagen Jetta lease.
Beard wax.
Spotify Premium.
In his last letter, he wrote to me and said that his weekend was, how did he put it? Totes lit fam. Literally have no idea what that means.
Spin Cycle membership.
Pet food for my rescue dog. Uber's home from a pub crawl.
A typical sponsorship program costs $29 a month. Millennial International is actually $2,900 a month. Yeah, it seems expensive at first, but when you see the need, it is so worth it.
Trunk Club subscription.
Essential oils. Annual pilgrimage to Bethel Church.
It's the same as a traditional sponsorship program, except instead of getting, say, a soccer ball for his birthday, he's getting an Audi.
Am I capable of having a job? Sure, but I just feel like maybe employment right now would just kind of be stifling my creativity.
Through the sponsorship program, they actually set up a chance for us to meet each other in person. I brought him an apple pie that my wife had baked for him, but I totally forgot he's gluten-free, so he couldn't eat it.
I mean, obviously, I've seen Food Inc., so I don't eat the traditional meals like everybody else. For breakfast, I usually do like some kombucha juice.
he really didn't have much energy that week, and it turns out, well, he was on a juice cleanse. And I wanted to respect that. My wish for Declan, oh gosh, that he would realize his potential in life, that he would be better, achieve more.
I've been getting blue ribbons and participation trophies my whole life. What do you expect? For me, if it wasn't for the program, I'd have to get a job. Or worse, start a GoFundMe.
Many of these kids in traditional sponsorship programs are fighting diseases like malaria, pneumonia, tuberculosis. And these millennials have the same struggle. Peanut allergies, pollen sensitivity, lactose intolerance. Kids in Africa are getting typhoid. Declan was recently diagnosed with tennis elbow. I was originally paying vision and eye care insurance for him, but it turns out his eyeglasses weren't even real. To me, you can't put a price on friendship. Join me in sponsoring a millennial today and help us.
Help us.
Help us. Help us live the lives we portray on Instagram.
It's a very heart-moving movement. If you ever want to fund a millennial, my GoFundMe is... No, I'm just kidding. That hat tip to John Christ on making that one. That's a satire off of YouTube that you can find, Millennial International with John Christ, and you can find his clip. It's a great bit on that one. And I'm telling you, I'm waiting for that Joe Biden student loan relief fund. I need my handout from the federal government because if they don't get it, they're going to get all kinds of riled up. They're going to get very violent, and you're going to see another rising up of Antifa with those millennials that aren't quite sure of their gender, but they know they're angry about something, and you'll always be able to hear them. When you hear their Antifa rebel call, you'll know that they're near.
Have you tried to start your own revolution to end systematic oppression, destroy the evil, greedy capitalist system, redistribute other people's belongings, or put an end to hate speech, but just aren't getting the support you need? Well, now you can.
It's time for us to do Bash Bash! I hate Nazis so much. I believe it's my duty to verbally and physically attack anyone that's not on my side. That's totally the anti-fascist way of life. People need to see what true tolerance of people, beliefs, and ideas really looks like.
Get all the following and support you want with the all-new Voice of Reason Antifa Rebel Call. Just sound off and let your fellow revolutionists know you are ready for the ultimate takedown of society.
The Antifa Rebel Call was the perfect way to find my fellow anti-fascist brothers, sisters, and unknowns. And it works fast. The time I stepped out of my masculinity confession booth, I wiped the tears away, reapplied my mascara war paint, reconsidered my gender identity, and told my mom to make dinner late tonight. I had 10 other rebel fighters with me, ready to raise some hell.
I love my Antifa Rebel Call. Every time I sound it, I feel ready to destroy statues, burn buildings, and find the red hats. I don't know what MAGA means, but I can tell you it's mega lame. Once they hear my Antifa Rebel Call, they'll know we mean business.
The Antifa Rebel Call is perfect to fend off oppressors like the Constitution, natural rights, the American flag, and the ever-favorite rational thought. And your Antifa Rebel Call can work simultaneously as your safe space meditative sound. Now available in an audio download, you can listen to your Antifa Rebel Call whenever you feel triggered from the world.
I turned on the radio today and I heard someone talking about how they believed in an equal opportunity capitalist system, and I felt extremely triggered. OMG, it almost ruined my day. Luckily, I went to the nearest Starbucks, I put my cordless headphones into my brand new iPhone, and I listened to my Antifa Rebel Call to settle me down and remind me that redistribution and government control over private industry makes my life so much better.
Order your Antifa Rebel Call today and receive a second absolutely free. Don't we all love free stuff? Now you can spread your message to more people with double the toughness. The Voice of Reason's Antifa Rebel Call. The rebel inside you awaits.
Oh boy, it awaits. And you have to wait one more segment for us to get back to do some more of these. It's a Merry Christmas episode here on The Voice of Reason. Hang tight.
The Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser.
Andy Hooser here, reminding you not only can you listen to the Voice of Reason on your favorite radio station, but also check out the video of the program on TV and online. We're excited to be working with our partners over at OpsLens to bring the Voice of Reason live every day on their website at opslens.com, on the OpsLens app that you can download on any of your smartphones, or on any of the OpsLens social media. It's a great network that broadcasts multiple shows promoting truth, reason, and common sense, reaching thousands of viewers every day, all day long. Plus, while you're there, you can always watch some of the best highlights of the show during the weekends or read our latest opinion columns on topical issues of the day. Also, if you want to interact with me during the program, just leave a comment on their social media or the OpsLens app stream. You can always join the live chat rooms, or if it's easier, just email me at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com. Again, that's HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com. This is your show, and we want to hear from you. Why? Because it's time for you to be your own voice of reason in your own community. Hey, it's Andy Hooser. You want some more reason throughout the day? Well, now it's easier than ever to find. Here's what you do. Check out the website at HooserReason.com. Here you can find past shows, links to all of our social media, special features, our monthly blogs, and a heck of a lot more. Plus, make sure to check in frequently, as we're constantly working to add more goodies that you'll really enjoy. Also, you can always subscribe and follow our social media sites for bonus content, articles that we use on the show, or maybe some additional rants. Yeah, it's all that and so much more. Check it all out at HooserReason.com. Hey, it's Andy Hooser. Want to reach out to the show? A big part of the program is you, and we want to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts of the show, maybe a guest we've had on the program, or my favorite, when you disagree with something that I talk about. You can email me at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com or send us a message through our website at HooserReason.com. The show's not about me, it's about you. So be heard and be your own voice of reason. Again, email me at HooserMediaNetwork@gmail.com or find our contact information at HooserReason.com. Hey, it's Andy Hooser. As we continue to grow as a radio and TV program, we're continuously working behind the scenes to try and bring more common sense and reason to more patriotic Americans all over the country. That's why we're super excited to be working with the OpsLens team to bring you the voice of reason every single day. OpsLens is a national online network bringing you incredible content all day from hosts all over the country. And each host brings their own unique experience and expertise to the current events, reaching hundreds of thousands of patriotic Americans daily. Make sure to check out their website at opslens.com. Make sure to download the OpsLens website and follow them on all of these social media sites that you like, so you can watch all their live streaming content, including ours right here with the Voice of Reason. Plus, if you want more of the Voice of Reason, check out our website online at HooserReason.com. There you can listen to the live audio feed of the show every single day. You can read our monthly blog. You can check out our satire infomercials. You can see pictures of what we're doing, upcoming schedule of events, and a heck of a lot more. On the website, you can find our list of radio and TV affiliates in your area. Find our social media links, and while you're there, sign up for our free newsletter. Over the last 2 years, your Voice of Reason newsletter has grown exponentially. It's completely free, and in it we give you your monthly motivation, upcoming civic holidays for the month, a recap from the show from last month, upcoming guests on the program, along with the latest news from our Hooser Media Network. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is go to the website at HooserReason.com and become the next Hooserholic. Finally, follow us on all of our social media sites. With the iron grip control on content from the radical left, unless you follow us, you're not going to be able to see us. It's been an ongoing battle with shadow banning on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, where even our own fans are having a hard time finding our content. But the battle isn't over. We'll continue to bring you the best content we can on as many platforms as possible. You can follow us with the handle at Hooser Reason. No matter what social media site you like to use, you can find us there. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch.tv, Instagram, TikTok, OurFreedomBook.com, Parler, and of course our website at HooserReason.com. Don't miss it while we give you a heads up on some of the events that I may be attending or speaking at, updates of behind-the-scene projects, or just something sarcastic to try and rile up the left. The battle for freedom is real, and we want to be part of that battle, as we want you to be your own voice of reason in your own community. Conservative principles happen at the grassroots level, and that's what we're here to help with. And together, you and I can fight back against this virus that's spreading across the nation that is socialist policy, trying to destroy this country. We can bring us back to some constitutional values, some individual sovereignty, and the right for you to be able to make your own choices when you deem necessary for you, your family, and your community. In a world of fake news and information overload, it's time to bring back some reason, common sense, guidance, and a little bit of wisdom. And that's what we're here to do. This is the Voice of Reason.
fighting for freedom every day. The Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser.
Well, where do we go from here? We've gone through so many different clips here today on the program. Merry Christmas to you, if I don't get a chance to say that again, which we will because we have a few more minutes left on the program. Merry Christmas. Hopefully you have a wonderful holiday, whether it's the Yule, whether it's the winter solstice, the Christmas time, the festivities that are ongoing right now, Hanukkah. Doesn't really matter. Merry Christmas to you, and we always wish you the absolute best for the family. We're back at it on Tuesday next week. I will not be here tomorrow. Also will not be here on Monday, so we'll back at it on Tuesday again to wrap up your 2022. We have some awesome guests lined up for you next week to get you set for the end of the year. Right now, though, there is some current events that we do need to talk about briefly.
What's trending today?
As the day number 2 of the lawsuit ongoing in the state of Arizona, Kari Lake is challenging the election results in the state, trying to show all the evidence that they've collected on the shenanigans being pulled in Maricopa County and other places regarding the printing of the ballots and the ones that were counted that shouldn't have been counted because they weren't certified with signatures and everything else as well. It seems to be a very easy system for the left side of the aisle to manipulate elections just a little bit. And if that's the case, we need to be aware of it because right now, all you have to do, it's very easy. All you got to do is take a pill for those things, right? If you have a deformity somewhere or an issue, then you just need to take the latest in the Voice of Reason product of elections.
Attention. If you recently run for political office and have claimed victory before the process is over, this message is for you. You may be entitled to certain litigation and accusations of fraud. Studies have shown that there is a dramatic increase in the cases of a severe condition known as premature inauguration syndrome, and it's affecting anyone in the mainstream media and those who may have voted Democrat in the most recent election.
My husband has been struggling with premature inaugurations for a while. He works so hard and gives it everything he's got, but he keeps coming up short. I mean, he wants to end it so quickly. The problem is, he's proud of it.
Symptoms of premature inauguration syndrome may include calling an election before officially tallied, ignoring litigation that may substantially impact results of your election, creating fake offices for potential soon-to-be officials, denial of any contrasting opinions of your election, and complete memory loss of the entire election process. If you suffer from any of these symptoms, call this hotline immediately, and one of our Voice of Reason medical experts can help you.
We've seen these symptoms in a large demographic of people, from older candidates who sometimes forget what office they're running for, to even young adults that seem emotionally triggered by people wearing red hats. I'm concerned it's turning into an epidemic, but we have a solution.
Elections. One tablet of Elections daily can make all your symptoms disappear.
After my husband took elections, he was unstoppable. He was able to go and go with confidence and longevity. Now he's able to wait for the perfect time and bring both of us to victory.
Elections contains all the health benefits to help you get to the real finish line, just like the good old days. Elections includes traditional voting on Election Day, official and complete canvassing, too close to call recounts, and an extra dose of courts to help all ease those negative concerns.
Side effects of elections include the proper candidate winning without fraud or corruption and allowing the court process to play out with litigation before the decision is made. Not taking your full 40-day dose of elections keeps you at risk, and prior patients who did not resulted in their symptoms of premature inauguration syndrome returning.
Elections, the latest in the Voice of Reason product line, giving you safe and healthy elections since 2020.
It's not the little blue pill, it's the red.
There it is, one of our favorite ones, one of the classics here with the Voice of Reason that's been sitting in our archives for a while. We haven't played that in a while. The elections, as you go through some of the election shenanigans we're seeing right now with the midterms of even 2022 and the ongoing lawsuit, the hearings that are ongoing right now in Arizona with Kari Lake, the Republican candidate for governor, on that one. That about does it for us today, man. It's out of time. I have so many more, but we don't have any more time to play them. If you would like to hear, by the way, any of our infomercials, our satire, Voice of Reason infomercials, they are on our website. You can go and check them out at HooserReason.com, HOOSER Reason.com. Go and check out all those fun skits and bits, other ones that we didn't get a chance to play. Until then, I'm going to send you out with Joe Biden with his reading of the Bible for you.
And if we do, and I'm sure we can proclaim the promised with the psalmist who wrote these following words. The Lord is my strength and my shield.
Not Psalms, it's palmist. There you are. Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay warm out there with the extreme cold temperatures. We're back at it on Tuesday again next week. But until then, we wish you nothing but the absolute best for you and your family. From my family to yours, as you are family with us here on The Voice of Reason as a Hoosier-holic. We love you to death. Merry Christmas to you. This is The Voice of Reason. I'm Andy Hooser. We'll see you back on the radio next week. Hey, it's Andy Hooser. You know, when I get off the air every day, the battle for me against limited government, censorship, and even unfactual content is far from over. That's why now I'm so happy to say that the Hooser Media Network is giving you more opportunity to catch The Voice of Reason along with other great shows and podcasts. It's been a long time in the works, and now you can finally enjoy more great content, services, and topical shows. We're the safe space for alternative talk, information, and ideas that the mainstream media absolutely hates. From holistic and alternative medicine, discussions on religion and spirituality, pure entertainment shows, and of course yours truly with The Voice of Reason. Plus, we offer numerous media services, including helping you set up your own podcast. Become your own Voice of Reason and bring your expertise to any fun issue or topic. For information on all of our shows, links to podcasts, each show website or social media link, or to find out about everything we do to challenge the mainstream establishment, visit our website at HooserMedia.com. Again, that's HooserMedia.com, the future of media.